Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games. We took a little break.
We did,
mainly due to
there was literally nothing.
There was nothing.
I mean,
there's nothing today.
I know, but there is still like fallout from a bunch of other things, but we kind of don't want to talk about them.
Yeah, I'm not talking about internet personalities. I'm not doing it.
No,
I can't be asked.
No.
I want to talk about industry.
It's a side quest about video games, not a side quest about people.
Exactly.
I mean, granted, if it's big enough and involves, like the Activision Blizzard thing, then yes, we have to talk about that. But
yeah, I wanted to actually do with the gaming industry, not internet personalities. Anyway, moving on. We don't have a lot to talk about, but we've got something.
It's still the lull after the Summer's Game Fest, which, if I'm perfectly honest, I'm actually kind of happy because usually it's not good stuff that gets announced. It's usually like, Studio X, Y, and Z have been closed, and Company A, B, and C are actually really terrible. Yes, we know they're actually terrible, but they're actually even worse than you think they are.
Oh my. Yes.
Yeah. So in a sense, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
So Sony has become the biggest company in games industry and maybe the world. Oh, Nintendo, Sony. Nintendo, Sony. Nintendo, sorry. There we go.
Yeah.
My brain's not working today. I'm off work.
That is an alternate universe where the Nintendo didn't fuck over Sony.
Yeah.
For their new console.
Right, anyway, let's start again. Right, Nintendo becomes the biggest company in games industry and maybe the world to say no to using generative AI. Now, in the gaming industry, generative. Why can't I talk all
Generative.
Why can't I talk all
Because you're used to being at work.
Yeah,
and you're off this week.
I am usually at work now.
Yes.
Anyway. Yes, generative AI. That is like the big thing. Ubisoft wanting to use it. EA are wanting to use it.
So the whole point of people, basically, the companies like Ubisoft and
very professional. I apologise about it.
Ubisoft and EA and all them are wanting to are thinking that generative AI is this magic bullet that will make them spend less money on making a game, but still keep. So in other words, to keep the number going up, basically the absolute bullshit, unrealistic number going up.
Yeah.
Because if an AI can do a job, then they don't need to pay a person for it. And literally that is the thinking behind it. Let's all be honest here. This is the AAA game industry we're talking about. Actual customer satisfaction comes nowhere into it. Actual quality product comes nowhere into it. And it's all about, and the way they treat their workforce, their well-being is nowhere in this decision making anyway. It's all about just making money. It's why Overwatch 2 is in the shit show it is. Anyway.
Oh yeah, speaking of Overwatch 2, it's getting so bad that Amazon has dropped it from its Prime Gaming.
Yeah, thing. I'm not surprised.
Right, anyway. Nintendo President Furukawa said that the company was not planning on using AI technology for its games in a recent investors call. Furukawa caution stands in stark contrast to most tech and gaming companies, which are either enthusiastically pursuing generative AI,
Ubisoft,
or leaving the door open to do so in the future.
Microsoft.
EA. In response to the fourth question in the investors' call, Furukawa said the following. Sorry, my throat's got a bit weird. In the game industry, AI-like technology has long been used to control enemy character movements, so I believe that game development and AI technology has always been closely related. AI, which has been a hot topic recently, can be more creative, but I also recognise that it has issues with intellectual property rights.
Yeah, so the TLDR of this is basically in order to train an AI to make something, and to be honest, to anyone in the art industry will be fully aware of this. In order to train the AI on making things, it has to be shown those things. And so, where do they get this information from? The internet. They literally just go out onto the internet and grab images, no matter whether it's copyrighted or what, right? And it's basically theft. It is basically taking someone else's art style and then making an AI version of it. Now, the problem is that even though the AIs are getting better, when they first started with the art space, they couldn't draw fingers, they couldn't draw hands, feet were awful, there were extra limbs popping out elsewhere because they were basically copying images and then morphing them into something else.
Yeah.
Or something that was similar. And that sort of stuff, it's getting better. But the problem is now is because these people that are pushing the AI are the same crypto bros that were pushing NFTs, the AI art is now what they call scrubbing, which is taking art from elsewhere, other AI art. Yeah. And so it's becoming all this homogenous looking, similar-ish crap. Like, with very little distinction of art style. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some AI art that it's still, like, it's very hard to determine if it is AI art or not. It's very hard for some. But I'll be honest, it is an abomination. All it does is it is a death of creativity because you're not creating something new. You're just basically homogenizing a bunch of other images into something, and there feels to be no, like, you know when they go on about like the soul of a painting sort of thing, or soul of a picture.
Yeah,
there's not that.
Well, no.
Which is obvious.
Yeah.
And all it does is takes work and livelihoods away from actual artists. So, no, creative AI, and I don't mean the creative AI like No Man's Sky used, which was basically a algorithm to make different planets and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not on about that. That's different. That's a different creative, like, AI type thing, because it's basically just an algorithm, not a support. And even then, like, the AI they're calling AI, it's not really that intelligent.
Well, no, because all you're doing is telling it to pick some pictures, and draw something like that. And
before anyone says no, it's not like that, you've got to speak specific words in that, you're still telling it to go into the internet and steal a bunch of images and morph them into what you've put on your words.
I do not understand these people that try to defend it. That, like,
they're the same people. They are the same people who were defending NFTs. They are.
Like,
they are the same crypto bros. They've just gone on to another bag. They've dropped the other one and gone on to another bag and hoping that they can offload it to another schmuck before the bottom falls out of it.
Like, they're there and they're saying that, oh, no, AI art is art. And it's like, no, it isn't. It isn't. You can't.
I mean, the problem is like, one, because, you know, copyright laws are archaic and have not updated to the digital age, let alone this now. People are abusing it at the moment and basically going, no, it's unique. It isn't unique, you fucking idiot. If it was unique, you would have actually put some actual effort into it.
Yeah. It wouldn't look like something a robot made.
Yeah. Like I say, it would feel like it had a soul. And it's hard to describe because I'm not a critic of Artique.
Well, no.
And all that.
Right. So.
No, what I'm saying is, because someone's going to go, well, how do you explain? What do you mean it doesn't have a soul?
Easy. This is how you explain it. Because I am somebody who generally likes art. I generally like to go to museums and look at art and that sort of stuff. Not modern art, because that stuff's garbage. But anyway, when somebody makes something, and this is anything. This is when somebody makes a chair or a table or a car, or when somebody makes anything, there is a little bit of that person that goes into that thing.
Yeah, actually, that's the car, actually, because if you compare modern day cars, which are basically made by a machine and then put together by a person, to old fashioned
cars, which were made
by
hand.
even some, I think it's the Morgans that still literally carve them out of wood.
I think so,
yeah. If you compare the two, So just look up an image of a Morgan and compare it to the Cybertruck.
There's always going to be something special about something that's actually been made by somebody.
Yeah.
Because you can look at that and you can be like, wow, somebody. So it doesn't matter what it is. Somebody actually made that.
Yeah.
Someone spent time and they worked on it. And they worked hard on it. And when you see that sort of stuff,
you can see the effort.
You can see the effort. It's why when you go to IKEA, you don't have the same connection with that piece of whatever.
That chair.
Because it's not been made
wardrobe.
by anybody. It's been made by a machine that cuts wood.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the same way. It's the same as in art. When you look at a piece of art, now it's a lot easier with art because obviously a lot of artists use their own personality or
their own
use
skills.
their own.
Every artist has their own like style.
Yeah.
Even if there is homages or like influences from others, there's still the way they draw it there's always a unique change to it somewhere.
Yeah. Whereas AI can't do that.
No, it can't.
So you can't.
There's no individuality in it.
Exactly, and you can't look at it and be like, "Oh, this." Like, there's always something off when you see something made by a machine.
Yes.
There's always something off. Like there's no sort of connection to whatever it is.
It's very uniform.
Exactly, very corporate.
Which, makes sense.
Which is what it is. It's very corporate.
Yeah.
And whenever anything is corporate, that feeling just goes away because it's not. You know that it hasn't been cared about.
Yeah, it's not been made for the joy of making it, or
exactly
or
the fact that like the person who made it is very skilled at doing it.
And don't get me wrong, we're not saying like, oh, people shouldn't be able to sell out. No, it's even. It's the whole like
I'm going to
personal.
I'm going to close the window.
Yeah, it's basically the whole people putting a part of themselves in it.
Exactly. That's really what.
And even I mean, you just anyone who goes to a convention, just go down the artist alley. Because a lot of those people, yes, they're there to sell the stuff, but they do that art because they love either the artist that the character or person or games, movie, whatever. But they still put their love and soul into it because they want to make it the best it is. And they're selling it, but that's not the primary reason for making it, sort of thing.
Yeah. In
a sense. I mean, it is the reason because, they need money to live off, but there are other factors to it.
You don't become an artist to make money.
Yeah.
You just don't.
You don't. No one starts off as an artist rich. And this is.
Well, and then they may do if they're,
I know. Well, what I mean is, no one starts off as an artist and makes a profit.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole AI art thing is that a lot of people. Yes, there are one or two that will be just experimenting, like, oh, what weird shit can this pull out? But there are the people who are literally prominently promoting it. Are just your usual scavvers and scammers and crypto. They were crypto bros. They were NFT bros. This is the new thing for them to fucking try and flog. And you all can go and die in a ditch in Minecraft. Anyway, back to Nintendo. Being Nintendo in a good way.
Furukawa's response, while surprising, is refreshing. The most you're usually allowed to say in the standard CEO script, if you're circumspect and about generative AI, is that you're looking into it or considering all options on the table. Furukawa's response is far more explicit, and Nintendo is the largest company in the gaming industry, if not the world, to adopt such a stance.
It's basically, no, this sucks, go away.
Right, everybody, this is what we need to do. The next big game that Nintendo come out with, that is like, we have not used any AI on this game, buy it. Because every other company will just go, okay, we're not going to use AI.
Yeah.
Because literally now a selling point is we didn't use AI on this game.
The next Zelda game.
We didn't use AI on this game.
The thing is, the AAA game industry are going to start doing that, going and want a pat on the back for it. We don't use AI art in this.
Look.
Aren't we great? You know, like Overwatch 2 doesn't have loot boxes. Aren't we amazing? No. You made a shop so bad that people want the loot boxes back. That's how fucking bad your shop is, and you've done nothing to it. Microsoft has done fuck all. They've done nothing. They've allowed Activision Blizzard to continue on doing the bullshit that they've been doing always. So, yeah, by the way, everyone, how's that takeover going? Yeah, not great, is it?
To give Nintendo a little more credit, it's also a move that lines up with the company's creative histories. Nintendo set trends instead of following them. On the tech side, Nintendo's ability to using lower power, older hardware to push new experience. No one else thought of inventing handheld gaming as we know it with the Game Boy, then reinventing it with the Switch, or inspiring a generation of lesser motion controlled imitators with the Wii. Sleepwalking into AI hype doesn't line up with that history, but then again, neither did sleepwalking into NFTs. However perfunctory it may have been. Yeah, Nintendo. We've always said that when it comes to consoles, Nintendo, it's Xbox and PlayStation, and Nintendo are off in their own little corner, doing their own little thing, and it's been like that for a long time now.
Probably since the GameCube.
Yeah, I think maybe Nintendo are just like, we're fine.
Then definitely the Wii. Definitely when the Wii launched. I think when the Wii launched, and Nintendo realised that, we don't actually need to compete with them.
We just have to do what we do.
We just have to be different. We just have to be different and make good games. That's all we have to do. And you know what? It is a bold plan, Colin, and it does work out.
It is. It is a very bold plan.
It is a very bold plan, and yet it works.
I love that movie.
It works so well. But yeah, we've been shitting on AI for the last 10, 15 minutes, and probably actually not that long. But anyway.
Well, AI is kind of garbage. Well, some AI.
The thing is that we've mentioned Nurosama, the AI VTuber, and it is fascinating to watch her. And but I also enjoyed the dev streams that Vidal does. Yeah, and he's like doing the background stuff for her, and it's fascinating how that program works and how it reacts to things. It's really, really cool. But the AI art side of that's been pushed a lot is not that. It's not creative. It's not interesting. It is literal theft.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is taking other people's hard work and claiming it as your own by just saying words. And the vast majority of the population, hopefully, look at that and go F yourself.
Part of me is because Ubisoft really wants to do this sort of stuff.
And another part is, I know for certain they do it because the vast majority of the population as a whole, so not the gaming industry, not gamers, not people who follow artists and look at online stuff, don't know about this. They're not as educated or as aware of what exactly goes into AI art, and so they're basically hoping to make as much money from this fad as possible to those people before they become educated, and then the bottom falls out.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is literally the same MO as NFTs and all those cryptocurrencies. That
they're still trying to sell crypto.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, there are some crypto coins that have a much more legitimacy than others. Crypto coin for Bitcoin, for example. But they still, people are still doing the whole pump and dump scams.
Yeah.
Because it's get influencer A to promote product, get all his fans to buy product, and then sell.
Yes.
A certain person with initials LP does that quite often. Allegedly.
Right, moving on before we...
Moving on! Anyway,
before we get sued.
AI art is literally the worst, and the AAA... And no wonder the AAA game industry as a whole wants to jump on board that really poor train. But it is nice that Nintendo are still being Nintendo in these sort of things and going, no, this is crap, go away.
Alright, moving on. Hideo Kojima teases Tokyo Game Show 2024 reveal as PlayStation returns.
Yeah, so one, interesting that the PlayStation is returning to a convention. To announce things.
Yeah, the last time they were at Tokyo Game Show was 2019.
It's 5 years ago.
Yeah. It's literally, I think it was just before the
I was about to say, that's
PS5 came
just
out.
before the PS5 came out.
That was the last time they were there.
Plot thickens.
You're not allowed to announce a new fucking console. Not yet.
No.
I like my PS5. I don't want it to go away.
It hasn't had the gamers. It hasn't had the amount of games justified to justify a new console.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Back to this. Because Hideo Kojima will be... Right, so... after backing out of Gamescom, Sony has revealed it will have a presence at this year's Tokyo Game Show in September. This will be the first time since 2019 that PlayStation have had a major presence at the event, which runs from September 26th to the 29th. Sony will make an appearance at the show. Sony did make an appearance at the show. I apologise for that. Last year, but it only showed off smaller indie titles. Yeah, it really wasn't there. It was like they had like a tiny booth.
Yeah, they were just there to be there, sort of thing.
Yeah, it was like, oh well, it's Sony and it's Tokyo.
I mean, they may do the same again, but I don't.
If they've got Kojima there for,
they've got something to announce.
It's going to most likely it's just going to be a big push for Death Stranding 2.
Probably. Do we already have the release date for Death Stranding 2?
I don't think so.
I think we have 2020. I think we have something like 2025, don't we?
It's either at the end of this year,
yeah,
or it's 2025.
Yeah,
but I can't remember because it's been a while since we watched any trailer for it, and I don't want to watch any.
I know it hasn't got an actual like set in like
day.
day, month, year release date. I know that.
This year's Tokyo Game Show, which is described as the largest ever with 3,190 exhibit booths. That's a lot of booths.
That is a lot of booths, and I almost guarantee it, because Microsoft and fucking idiots, Microsoft probably won't be there.
Which will also feature Square Enix, Sega, Capcom, Konami, Bandai Namco, THQ Nordic, and many others. Xbox will not be at the event.
So
I'm pretty sure.
How's that? We want to get in the Japanese market going.
I know. I'm pretty sure they said not that long ago that they wanted to get into the Japanese market.
How's that going, buddy? How's that going? Is it going well? Because it looks like it's not actually happening at all. It's almost as if you were just saying it.
Right. Following the announcement, Hideo Kojima teased that he'll make an appearance by sharing the Tokyo Game Show poster on Twitter, which almost guarantees Death Stranding 2 on the beach, set to be released next year. So we haven't got a date, but it's...
Yeah, we said we think that the year's been announced, but not...
Speaking of Death Stranding, I will be streaming that tonight, but anyway, just a little plug there.
Why not?
We'll be shown...
as of recording, because unless you've uploaded...
As of recording, yes. Because it'll probably go up tomorrow.
Yeah. So, yesterday.
Yeah.
As you are hearing this.
Yes. We'll be showing in some capacity. If Kojima does appear, there's a chance he could also give an update on other projects announced too. The absence of Xbox means his collaboration with Jordan Peele, titled OD, will probably not be shown. But his spiritual successor to Metal Gear, which was vaguely announced in January by PlayStation, could be teased again in some capacity. That is also very true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's
he's working on a new stealth...
His stealth game. Oh, that would be interesting.
Earlier this year, Kojima said the action espionage title, referred to as Signet, will enter full production after Death Stranding 2 launches in 2025. He described the project as both a game and a movie, which is What he said about OD, so be careful. My thing with OD though is I do feel that they were talking way too much more like it's a movie than a game.
Yeah, and also we've got to remember Metal Gear Solid 4 is a thing.
Yes,
that is so many cutscenes.
It does.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Metal Gear Solid 4. It's great. It's amazing. But you know, when people claim it's a movie, they're not. There's a movie length of cutscenes. I'll just put it that way. There's a lot.
As for what else Sony could show, Concord and Astrobot will be released by this point, so the only other contenders are LEGO Horizon Adventures or Until Dawn Remaster, unless it has another surprise in store. Outside of Sony's wheelhouse, other games likely to be shown include Metaphor, which, yes, any more Metaphor, just keep flinging them away. That game looks fucking mint. That game looks so good.
It does look good.
I will be streaming that game.
Probably, yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds, and we also may get an update on Resident Evil 9, because we do know that is now in production.
Yes.
With the director of Resident Evil 7 is the director of this one. So
also, since Sony haven't got much, could they announce a Mod Nation Racer PS5 edition, please?
Bloodborne. Just fuck
Bloodborne.
everything else. Everything else can fuck off.
Bloodborne?
Bloodborne deserves that 60 FPS treatment that a lot of the other games have got.
Yeah, it does. It deserves it. Other games that haven't been, other games that could be surprises that we would like. Again, Capcom, we know the survey results.
Yes.
We know the survey results.
We're not going to get anything new from Capcom, because Capcom never do anything new at the Tokyo Game Show. They just show off like more of what they've already, what they've got coming. So you might get something new of Monster Hunter Wilds. We might get something new of like an update with Street Fighter, so like new fighter and stuff like that.
Probably.
I can't remember the last time Capcom actually revealed something new at the Tokyo Game Show.
That is very true. However, there is no E3. There was no E3
There's
this
no
year.
E3 this year.
So
it's possible. But I think Capcom, they seem to really like to wait for like the massive events. So like the Game Awards and stuff like that.
The one in Germany, which is Gamescom.
Gamescom. They tend to like to wait for those ones to come around.
True.
Because that's why the Summer Games Fest got the big play reveal of Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yes.
Because that's what Capcom like to do.
Yeah. Totally.
So I don't think we're going to get anything. We might get something from Bandai. Bandai might give us something new. Because there's still, Blue Protocol's in development hell, apparently. So good luck with that. But, there's Tekken. We might get the next fight.
There's
the rumours of the new Tales game in production.
Yeah, possibly.
So we might get something like. So Bandai might give us something.
But I know what we won't get.
What?
Anything from Microsoft.
Well, yeah, because they're not there.
No.
Because they want to break into the Japanese
market. They want to break into the Japanese market by closing Japanese studios and never
not being there
and never turning up to their conventions. The thing is like, it's not a massive, but they do have like a very dedicated core fan base in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like...
Well, the thing is, Xbox has actually got some really good JRPGs on there. Like, that are only on Xbox.
Yeah. But no, my point being is, like, they don't have the massive fan base that they want, but they have a core dedicated fan base there. It's like, how much of a kick in the teeth is that? It's like, you are clear, these people...
This is the same company that said its game sucks.
True, and then shut down a studio, and then the next day said they wanted more games from the studio,
studios like that studio.
Games like the studio that they just closed gave them. Yeah, true. That is actually very true. Microsoft are literally the dumbest company in the world.
I'm never ever going to be able to get over that. I'm never going to be able.
Matt Booty.
Every time somebody
we want
says,
more smaller but successful and critically acclaimed games.
Do you ever watch these people, and you just think, how the fuck did you get your job? How in God's name did you get there?
Easy. Nepotism.
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
like it's not how good you are at your job. It is how good you are at kissing ass and being friends with other people in positions to put you into those
That's
jobs.
very true. It's very true.
That is especially true in the game industry.
Like, you just look at the things that Xbox has come out with, and you're just there like, what are you doing? And then you see all these people online being like, with the Summer Games Fest, Xbox One! Xbox were the only fuckers there! What are you on about?
Yeah. Oh, it's Xbox One.
It was a fight. It was a fight between Xbox and Ubisoft.
Congratulations! You just decided that Xbox are the people. That Xbox is more important than Tango Games.
Yeah. Xbox One. Yeah. What? They didn't win it shit all. What are you on about? They won a convention.
They showed games that they knew you were going to like. But also, I would like to point out, they also really kept it shush on the developers making those games.
Yeah, they did that, which was kind of funny.
Everything was either everything was either Activision Blizzard, Xbox Studios, or Bethesda.
Yes.
The Doom game came up. Did we see id? No.
It did get a mention though. I remember them saying id, but they didn't get like the big.
Yeah, you didn't get you didn't get the big thing on the screen.
You didn't get the usual thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just
the Indiana Jones. Did Machine Gun Games get mentioned at any point or shown at any point that logo? No. Microsoft, I'm convinced that Microsoft are trying to make it so that people associate those games with the publishers and not the developers, so that when they close the developers, people go,
that's what you do.
They lost their jobs. Oh well.
They make it.
And then be very surprised when the next game of highly popular game comes out. It's absolutely garbage because it's no longer being made by the original people.
They don't want you to link Doom with id.
No,
they want you to link Doom with Bethesda, Xbox or Bethesda.
Yeah, they don't want.
They don't want you to link Call of Duty with Respawn or
Infinity Ward
or Raven.
Treyarch.
Oh, Raven do. They help out with Warzone. That's what Raven does.
Yeah, I think this for the next one, Black Ops 6, they're apparently working with them on the campaign.
Oh, okay.
Because they worked on the campaign.
But yeah, they don't want you to associate them with Call of Duty. They want Call of Duty to be associated with
Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, that's what they want you to look at. They don't want you to see. They don't want you to go. Oh, The Last of Us was made by Naughty Dog, or anything like that. They want you to go. Oh, Doom was made by Xbox. That's what they want you to do. They want you to associate.
Yeah.
The
problem is that Xbox always, it comes across to me at least, Xbox always thinks that it's found that the gaming community as a whole are stupid. Now, are there parts of the gaming community that are stupid? Yes, you just have to go on Twitter to see them.
Well, I mean, you just have to look at the gaming media.
Yeah.
And be like, wow, you're complaining that Shadow of the Erdtree is hard.
People are complaining that Shadow of the Erdtree is hard. For a person that has played every single Souls game
and DLC,
I can attest to you, this is normal.
This is fine. This is perfectly
fine. The game,
fine.
like we said last time we chatted, the game assumes you've gotten at least to the end game before you start this. The game assumes you don't need your hand holding, and the game assumes that you are actually not bad and will beat your ass until you realise this.
But yeah, it's just. But anyway.
But the thing is that my point being is I don't think the gaming community is as dumb as Microsoft thinks it is.
Well, of course not. This is because the only people that Xbox talk to
are the dumb people.
Are the gaming media.
That is very true.
Who are dumb.
They are dumb.
They are very dumb.
Yes.
All of them.
Extremely.
Anyway, back to this. Sony actually being at an event is...
It does make me think, what the hell are they going to announce? They must be... For them to be openly... I mean, it could turn out to be just the same as last year when they were just in a
I think it's just going to be Death Stranding 2. I generally think, just because, like, we know Sony now, and that's the kind of shit Sony would do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, I generally think it's just nice that they're actually at a thing.
Convention, yeah. It means that they actually...
And they're actually putting...
They seem to be actually giving a shit.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually going to put some effort into this.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
I would hope it's more than just Death Stranding, though.
I want it to be much, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's just going to be
Death Stranding is going to be, like, front and centre. That's going to be the main thing.
For PlayStation games, that's all we've got that we know that's coming.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, surely there must be something else in the works. I mean, yes, Naughty Dog's extraction thing, MMO, Last of Us things...
Dead.
Probably dead. Yeah, it is dead.
No, it's dead.
It's dead in it, so I don't know what they're doing. Probably making The Last of Us 2
No, that's already done.
4.
Yeah, that's already done.
No. I mean, like a new Last of Us 2.
I'm waiting for them to release Last of Us 1 and 2 in one big game. That's going to be their next thing.
Yeah, that's what's going to be the next thing.
No, apparently they are actually working on a new game. They just haven't said what it is.
I'm trying to think. Guerrilla,
they're working on the third. I think it's been announced that they're working on the third Horizon game. Sucker Punch. Now, this is a good question because it's been a while since we've actually heard anything from Sucker Punch.
Yes, we know they're working on possibly something which may or may not be a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
I would like to be.
It would be nice if it was, but
to be honest with you, actually, with Sucker Punch, after the success of Ghost of Tsushima, just anything.
Yeah,
I just want to see what they're working on.
I mean, to be honest, like I say, like to anyone who hasn't played Infamous, is it Second Son?
At least Second Son.
Infamous Second Son. If you haven't played it, go play it. It is one of the most underrated hero games, open world games going. The combat is so fucking fun.
Yeah.
It is easily, like, for a launch PlayStation 4 game, it's one of the best. One of the best launch games on a console, in my opinion, for a while. So yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever Sucker Punch actually do. Anyway,
yeah.
But if they decide it's going to be a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, I'm all for it.
I am perfectly fine with this.
If it's something completely new, I'll be like, I will keep my eye on it. But yeah, so it might be, again, this is all conjecture.
Yeah, we don't know any. We don't
guessing.
know anything.
This is literally just pulling shit out of our asses.
This is us being like, please, for the love of God, Sony, just actually do something. Just like it's gotten to the point where I feel like we're the person with the stick. And
you alive?
Just do something.
Hey, buddy, you alive there? It doesn't do anything. Poke it with the stick harder. Okay.
We've gotten to the point where Xbox can just, like, I don't know, show a picture of a jar and people will be like, oh my God, Xbox have won. No, stop it. Like, just actually
we know,
do something.
We know, Sony, you are a petty company.
And we also know that, like, when you're on top, you generally do shitty things.
But, you know, it'd be nice if you just decided to, you know, come out and go, this is the next great thing that we're working on, and not a console.
Yes,
this is the next. These are the
next game.
This is the next game that we want to show you.
Not Death Stranding. We already know.
That, you know, we don't know about.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
I'm also gonna bury my head in the sand for Death Stranding 2 now. I think I've seen enough. I already know I'm getting it.
Yeah. So me with Metal Gear Solid, whenever that
it's more of the fact that, like, I know I'm already going to get it because I really like Death Stranding 1.
Yeah.
And if it gives me more of what Death Stranding 1 had, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't want to... Because I went into Death Stranding kind of blind. All I knew was Norman Reedus was in it, and we walked places. That's really all I knew.
delivered things.
And we delivered things. So I kind of want to go into Death Stranding...
I mean, we knew about the BTs as well, but, like...
I didn't know that much about the BTs.
No, we knew
I didn't know
enemies.
they were going to be fucking invisible and that we were going to have to deal with them quite regularly. I thought, well, they're going to be scripted events. It'll be fine. No, they're not.
They're random. They were just. I mean, right.
Some areas they are just random fucking drops, and it's a pain in the ass.
Oh god. Which area is it?
Well, in the tutorial areas, there's the forest bit with the wind farm. That is the worst fucking spot.
Yeah, because
for them to
if they show up, that you can't avoid them.
Yeah, you can't avoid them because you can't make noise. You've got to move, but you've got to climb over things.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you've got packages on your back and you're climbing over trees.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit easier once you get it all hooked up because people.
Somebody's built a bridge.
Somebody
will build a bridge.
In the forest area, there was at least one bridge
that you can just run over.
That mechanic is just so good.
With me starting again and streaming it, like I'm doing exactly what I did the first time. I'm just building roads and building everything else. I am waiting to get the zip line so I can start doing the zip line shit again.
Yeah, zipline network.
Oh god, I do generally love that game, and I can't like with what we've seen of Death Stranding 2 already. I'm already like, this is very, very weird. How is Higgs not dead?
I mean, nobody, no kill.
I know that's very true, but at the same time, like he's clearly had his head taken off.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be Call of Duty.
That's just funny.
With fucking
is it Greaves?
Greaves and
Greaves, who you blow up in a tank.
Yes.
Which is never explained how he actually
gets
out that he wasn't in the tank. Bullshit. And was it Soap?
No, Soap dies in spoilers.
There's somebody who dies in Modern Warfare 2. He loses his leg.
No, that's Modern Warfare 1.
Modern Warfare 1.
Do you know how they announce their returns as well?
Oh yeah, I know. Do you remember I played Warzone?
Yeah. The Warzone trailers. Yeah. So people who like our dad who just plays the campaigns.
Yeah.
If we got in Call of Modern Warfare 3, which we didn't because it was shit. If we had gotten in that, he'd be fucking confused as hell.
He'd be like, well, hold on, didn't we kill him?
Yeah. Wait, he's supposed to be dead. Why is he not dead? And then, wait, we killed him. We blew up his tank. How is he not dead?
I can't wait for the next one.
Have we actually told him about those two characters?
No.
Oh.
No, we've not told him anything about 3.
Do you know what? We should tell him. We should tell him just to see the reaction. I want to know what his reaction is. I mean, granted, he doesn't really care about the plots anyway. Yeah, usually, it's just playing. He just plays the games. He just plays the campaigns for playing the campaign's sake because he likes his shooters. But it'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Anyway,
but yeah, like I said, it's nice to see that Sony are actually
seem to be actually caring.
Seem to be doing something.
Yeah. Whether or not it'll actually be anything other than...
Like I said, most likely, it's just going to be Death Stranding 2.
Most likely, yes.
Which, if it is, I'm not going to pay any attention to it because I don't want to know. Because I don't want to know what that puppet is. I don't want to know how Higgs has clearly lost his head off his original body and is now on this weird robot thing. And why he has a guitar
as a weapon.
And
that also is he has an axe in both musical and weapon terms.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I want to go in blind. I'm generally actually looking forward to this because I can actually see like what number one, what the evolution of the BTs are actually going to be, because we're going to get new BT types.
Yeah.
Because I think there's only 4. Because you've got the squid,
the
whale,
the lion,
and the massive one that you fight Higgs in.
Yeah.
The Titan.
Yeah.
I think that's really about it. I don't think you've got any others.
Yeah, because the squid is usually when you are...
The squid's at the beginning.
Yes, but although...
If you get caught.
Yeah, if you get caught. Basically, the squid shows up if you get caught.
Yeah.
Basically. But there's not many actual different BTs.
Yeah.
There's like... But also in regards to like... Your mob BT ones, there's only like the baby, the giant, and the normal.
Yeah.
I've not actually defeated any of the giant ones because...
I've never actually fought a giant.
Yeah, fuck that.
I've made sure that I'm super careful. I am not dealing with that bollocks.
I have enough trouble with the blooming normal ones. Babies are okay if you get to see them. I mean, they're hard to see. That's their problem.
Okay, so moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
The first Descendant has come out.
Yes.
I did a stream on it when it first got released.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. It's a pretty good game. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good game to play for free. Its monetization is garbage. But
that's not surprising.
To be fair, it's Nexon, and that's a given. Nexon's monetization is always bad. It's never good.
I mean, we're talking almost Overwatch 2 levels of garbage.
It's never good.
Oh, speaking of Overwatch 2 and garbage monetization, have you heard about Reinhardt's mythic weapon?
Oh yeah, it's like 200 quid.
No, well, it's not 200 quid. It is $80.
Why did I say 200 quid then?
Because it's also going to be part of the battle pass.
Oh wait, hold on.
In the sense of like,
I got it. No, I got it mixed up with League of Legends.
Yes, that's
and that whole debacle.
Yeah, but no. So basically, you know how they were not going to. You're not getting mythic skins anymore in the battle pass. You're getting coins, specific coins, to pay for well, guess what? These mythic weapons are going to be also using that currency.
Well, of course.
Except now you can't get enough currency to get both.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And more importantly, there were multiple levels of this mythic weapon.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Which is why it costs to get the actual full kit and caboodle of it is around about $80. Needless to say, the Overwatch 2 fanbase are not happy with this. But I'm like, are you fucking surprised? It's Blizzard. It's Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Anyway, back to the
first Descendant. So the first Descendant has come out to a pretty good.
I've seen people playing it. It looks really fun.
It's good reviews, but there is one slight snag.
Which is
two. Number one, if you play the first Descendant, and I guarantee you if you play it, the first thing that will come out of my phone, that's probably my work, go away, the first thing that you will notice is that it plays like Warframe. And I don't just mean like, it plays like, it's like Warframe. How people would say, oh, well, this is like Paladins is like Overwatch or something like that. It's not, but like it's the first thing that... No. I mean, it literally plays like... like Warframe.
Yeah.
It does have some differences to it though, which kind of saves it, because like you can switch up your powers and all that sort of stuff instead of just like where Warframe is like it's your suit.
Yeah.
This one's like
each character has its own unique abilities, but also you can
switch
tune those.
Yeah, you can tune
those.
You can tune them so they still do ice. So if you pick the ice character, they still only do ice attacks, but like you can fine tune them and they'll do more damage and all that sort of shit. But anyway, there's that, and also they've clearly robbed stuff from Destiny 2 and just redesigned the picture, and I will show you.
I mean, we're not surprised.
There.
Ah, yes.
So the one on the left is Destiny, and the one on the right is the first Descendant.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities.
There's a lot of
similarities there. Ooh.
So there's that.
I mean, granted, it's just the ability symbols, but still, that's a. Oosh.
This is the game equivalent of you can copy my homework, but make it look different.
Yeah,
it's literally.
Yeah, it is literally that.
All in all, though, it is a fairly decent game. Like I'm not really that bothered. I think there's enough differences there.
They've done enough differences to make it slightly different.
Yeah.
Enough so them it is legally distinct.
Yeah. There's enough there.
They've literally done the bare minimum to make it legally distinct.
Yeah. There's enough there for me to be like, well, they've done enough. I don't really mind. If I'm honest, like if this hadn't have been shown up on here, I probably wouldn't have even
noticed.
Realised.
No. It is funny though.
It is very funny. It is funny.
It's almost like it feels almost like they've put them in as placeholders. Like this isn't very Destiny.
There you go. There's another one. That's a sniper from the First Descendant. That's a sniper from Destiny.
Yeah, it's very legally distinct.
It's very legally distinct.
Power World level of distinct.
What? I need to get back on Power World actually with the update coming soon.
Yeah.
Which makes it actually look a lot different now.
Yeah, no, they've actually they've took the criticism. It's nice because they've actually took the criticism that was about the fact that everything looked it was too much similar to Pokemon, and they've actually with the newer stuff put their own little twist on things more and put more of their own like image on it.
Yeah,
which is good. That's the way you do it.
That is the way you do it. But anyway, so yeah, the First Descendant has come out to a decent amount of reviews. It's got quite a few streamers on Twitch.
Yes.
Doing it. Mainly because it's drops.
Also the bunny.
The ultimate bunny.
Yes, ultimate bunny is better. Costume. The ultimate bunny is better than normal bunny, but still bunny.
Yes, but still bunny. Oh no, I just meant the suit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know, but like we all know why most people. I mean, granted, she is actually a decent actual character to use as well.
Yes.
Where she has quite a bit of AOE attacks, and she's
all about speed.
Yes, she's all about. Well,
if you're a hunter in Destiny, you'll like Bunny.
Yeah.
She's all about mobility.
Yeah, she's basically all to do with mobility. She doesn't like standing still.
I've got Bunny now.
Which, by the way, is counterintuitive to certain mission types.
Yes.
That involve you standing still.
Yes.
Anyway.
I've got the Ice Lass. It's the one I picked. Which is very weird because, so it starts off and you get a choice between this Ice Lass, generic person,
right,
in the middle, and if you ever play it, you'll see what I mean by I say generic person.
Basically, basically the bog standard. Create your character.
This is
default.
Literally, no, not even that. Like literally, this is the person on the front of the. Box character.
Yes.
Right? And then this
am nameless protagonist.
Yeah, pretty much. This big fuck off knight dude.
Yeah.
Right? And I looked at the knight dude and I was going to pick him, but then I saw his whole stick is like he puts up shields. He's the tank. And I was like, yeah, he looks cool. And then I picked the lass. Now the lass has a back to the screen. Has a back to the screen. She's looking. She's clearly
over the shoulder.
Clearly trying not to break her back as she looks over to the camera.
Yeah.
Right? And then she turns around and literally just the biggest hole in her top just shows off. And I'm like, wow, I was not expecting. Jesus.
Although we should have expected it.
I should have, but I wasn't. I wasn't expecting it. Because usually it's like, oh, it's just out in front. It's like Bunny's ass.
Yes.
It's just there. You know, there's no pretending.
They know they know who they're selling their market to.
Exactly. But this one, it was just like, oh, okay.
VTubers.
I just felt like I literally went, right, okay. I need to tell Stream that I did not pick this character. I did not know.
This is not the reason why.
I picked her because of the ice powers. I didn't see the chest until she turned around.
Yeah, you've usually been fond of ice powers. Usually,
yeah, I usually pick ice. Ice or lightning is usually like the things that I go with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so the first Descent, it's decent. It's decent. It's not a Destiny killer, but it's not Anthem.
Yeah, which was what your worry was. It was going to be an Anthem.
Yeah,
and it's not an Anthem.
It's not Anthem.
It's basically what Anthem should have been.
Yeah,
basically.
It's
without the flighty mechie component.
I need to see what the multiplayer is like because I haven't actually done anything on multiplayer. See if there's like anything different or like how hard it is. Because obviously, like usually what they do in these games is they buff the enemies and there's more of you.
Which it's to try and balance it out, but sometimes it turns them into just bullet sponges, and it's annoying.
Destiny. Anyway. Actually, speaking of Destiny, we'll get Lightfall on this week.
Yeah,
we'll just speed through that. Two ridiculously strong Titans.
Yeah.
We'll
just murder
we'll
everything.
just barrel through.
We'll just murder everything because we're done with doing legendary difficulty. We're done. No more.
And Xenoblade Zero is out.
Yeah, moving on. We're now on to Hoyle versus New Game,
which also came out this week.
Yeah.
And players are wishing that it wasn't a gacha game.
I can understand the logic because there are some characters I look at and go, do you know what? You look really fun to be at. Like the wolf boy.
Yeah,
with a very taekwondo type
yeah
combat. He looks really fun to play as. The shark maid lass.
I really want the shark maid.
I've played like the demo of her, and it's like, oh yeah,
it's everything. The thing is it's everything about it. It's the fact that she's got shark tail.
Yeah.
The fact that she's in a maid outfit, and the fact that she's using shears as a weapon.
It's not shears. It's like a giant meat cleaver, but also she has ice powers.
Yeah, that's just like, yes,
this ticks all boxes.
It ticks all the boxes. But why? There's the Shark Lass, who is the current banner.
Yeah, the current
character.
S rank banner.
Yeah. But you also there's the free S rank that you can get once you've done on the standard banner.
Yeah.
Once you've got, I think it's 300 pulls, which I've actually managed to get quite far up without spending a penny on that, because you literally get the ones for that one by doing anything. And you can only buy. I think you can only buy those. Reels?
Yeah, reels.
Reels.
Yeah, because the whole basis of your hideout is its front is a video shop.
Yes.
It sells actual VHS videos.
Yeah. I am hoping that because I've finished chapter 1. Mm-hmm. I've just finished chapter 1. I'm into the intermission, where I've now met the character that I absolutely want.
Yeah.
Which is this weird fox girl with a samurai sword and
all
this other shit.
I've seen pictures of her. Yeah.
They did this massive fucking cutscene with her, and I'm like, okay, yes, I'll have that, please.
Thank you.
And I've lost my train of thought now.
We're basically talking about.
I'm hoping that because obviously when you go into the HDD thing.
Yeah.
You've got the story mode, you've got the combat mode, and you've got the exploration mode. I'm hoping, because combat mode's fine. I think combat mode's fine. All you need to really do is just keep adding difficulty as you go up.
Yeah.
The exploration mode for me is a bit.
It's a very simple. It's a very simple puzzle game.
Yeah, it's very lackluster, and I'm kind of wanting a bit more. I would be perfectly fine if they just gave us, I don't know, like a Devil May Cry sort of situation of a very linear corridor, and we just ran through.
But that's going to be just the combat one. That's just the combat thing. They've decided on this as the form of
No, that's what I mean. So we turn the combat one into basically you're just in one arena instead of doing the big running thing. Because there's no point in the running thing at the moment. Really, if you think about it.
Apart from getting the odd 10 coins or something.
Yeah, apart from getting 10 coins, but you get ridiculous amount of coins for just doing anything.
Yeah.
So you're fine. The combat one, you could just literally just leave in an arena and have it there.
Yeah,
the exploration is just it's very lackluster.
I think the thing is, if they have the exploration as is what the combat one is now, then there's no difference really. If you know what I mean, they'd have to. What I'm saying is
literally make exploration like a Devil May Cry linear corridor. So give us a jump button.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
But you know what I mean?
This is
you see what I mean? Don't give us branching things off.
Yeah.
Exploration is we start off here, and then instead of just running straight forward, we can turn left or right.
So a bit like some of the
Maybe make them a little bit more like Persona's dungeons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking of, like the dungeons in Persona and that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
make it a little, so that every now and then you walk into a room and there's just a chest.
Considering Hoyo versus history with both Genshin and Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Third Strike, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, I don't think it would. All I'm saying is that I do feel exploration is very lacking.
It is. I think the format doesn't necessarily have to change, but they have to add more to it.
Probably.
How you do that is another thing.
Yeah, I would prefer exploration to actually be exploration, and not just
a puzzle game.
A small puzzle game that's kind of boring.
Yeah, I think
with a bit of combat at the end.
Yeah,
that's really all it is. But the combat's fine. I think the combat's fun. I enjoy it. Maybe make it a little bit more difficult. I am kind of just plowing through enemies like there's no tomorrow.
I am as well, but I'm also like, do you know what? Considering how frustrating I can get with certain bosses on Genshin, I'm like, yeah, just give me this is the power fantasy game, basically.
Yeah, hey, if that's fine for you, then that's fine for you. But like for me, because like I think there's only one boss I struggle on Genshin, and that's Asmodee, and that's because if you don't have a shield, you're fucked. And I don't have any. Well, I do now. I've got Navia, but other than that, every other boss I can kind of just.
I don't know, Traveller, not Traveller, Wanderer. Yeah.
Oh, you mean no? Easy.
I hate him.
I destroy him.
I think it's because I don't actually have a team to go after him per se, and also I'm not fond of the mechanics for the first part of the fight or the second part of the fight.
No, I literally I boss him.
Yeah, but anyway,
I never struggle.
Good for you.
But yeah, I'd like maybe a little bit more difficulty. I have. Like some of I think the thing I've struggled on so far is this one big mean one that I'm clearly not leveled up enough to fight him yet.
I don't think I've come up against him yet. I've fought the Dualhan.
The Dualhan?
The first boss.
Oh, the Butcher.
No, the one with the shield and the sword. The one at the very beginning of the game.
Oh, okay. No, he's not a boss.
He's just a normal
enemy.
Yeah, I don't think I've gone up against any of the actual proper bosses.
Yeah, yet. I've faced the first boss, which I streamed on Sunday. It was alright. It was quite fun. But it was story, so I'm assuming when you actually fight him as the choice thing to get stuff.
Oh, an actual...
He's probably
an actual challenge boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be much harder.
Yeah. But anyway, oh yeah, gamers won this. They wish this wasn't a. I got you. There we go. Sorry.
Which is understandable.
Zenless Zone Zero is now out and available to play, and it's been a relatively smooth launch so far. Yeah, I think it's probably been the best launch for them in terms of there's no bugs.
There's no bug. Yeah, I've not come across any bugs.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be working the way it's supposed to. Yeah, it's. Smooth sailing-ish.
You have complaints coming from certain people about difficulty and performance. I do believe the difficulty is the fact they're complaining that it's maybe a little bit too easy, because that is the general complaint for
I've
not
actually had that much of an issue with the difficulty. But again, I'm very, very early on.
Yeah.
I don't think they've actually introduced any of the challenge bosses yet.
No, I don't think I've met gotten to that point where you can start fighting bosses.
Yeah, exactly.
From materials and stuff. But there seems to be a general satisfaction from the community about MiHoYo's next big gacha title. There are some dissenting opinions floating around though, some of which claiming Zenless Zone Zero would have been better off without the gacha system in place.
The problem is it's a free-to-play game. And MiHoYo are literally a gacha game company.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I wouldn't mind this being a $40 game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't, yeah.
And get all the characters. The question mark is how many people would have bought that? And this is not me justifying MiHoYo making this a gacha game. I would prefer. It
I
being
think if you
one-off.
I think if you were charged for this,
Yeah.
I don't think people would.
No. And that's
I
the
don't
issue.
get.
So how do you make the money? How do you make the money? It would probably be skins.
Yeah, it would have to be.
And it would probably be, we'd probably be talking about how pricey those skins
and
are.
every character, you'd have to probably buy every character. Any
Yeah.
new character that came, you'd have to.
You have to
money
buy
on.
it, yeah.
And then we're talking about, well, how much is a character, and you know, yeah, like you said, like I'd probably spend 35 on this.
Yeah.
Max. But then, oh well, these new characters have come out, and let's be honest, we all know how these games work.
Yeah.
The new character is overpowered, so you kind of need him. And so
For the newer content.
let's just around about it. It's going to be 10 quid per character, right? So
that
that's
quickly
fine.
adds up.
That's fine for like the first 3, because then you've gone
Yeah.
60. You've gone to 65.
But it adds up very quickly.
But the more characters they release, the more you're spending.
Let's talk about Genshin. Genshin is at how many characters now?
I think we're over 100.
Characters. I don't think we're over 100, but we are.
We're getting close.
We are closing in on There is a fair few.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of characters.
There's a ridiculous amount of characters.
Right, and then Honkai Star Rail hasn't been out as long as Genshin, and that's got a fair few characters as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there is a way you could probably do it without the gacha system, but I don't know. I think if you're going to be a whale, then you've already decided you're going to be a whale on this game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. I think it's more for like people just wanted. I think people want the new characters without having to spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah, which is unfortunately not the way these games go.
Yeah. I mean, look at me. I want the Shark Girl, but I can't get it yet because I haven't pulled.
Yep.
And I'm not spending money.
Nope.
But at least not yet. No, what I'm saying is, like, if there's a character that I'm like, yes, I really, really want that character, then I may put money into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I don't want the Shark Girl that much.
I think also the people complaining that it's too easy possibly is necessarily good for because then you're not forced to go, I need X character because the game's too hard without them sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like Honkai Star Rail is fucking brutal at the beginning for free to play. It is brutal as hell because you usually end up having to go into fights without a team set up that's able to combat it efficiently. And it is a slog.
Right, so the thing I hate about Honkai is, you know, when you're just running around, doing the story, doing whatever, and the enemy comes up and it shows you all the things that they could be weak to. Like, so you hit it with lightning, and it turns out, only one enemy in this group of 8 is weak to lightning, and you're like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, just fuck you.
Go F yourself.
Yeah, Honkai really punishes you if you don't have anybody of a certain...
Yeah.
Like, if you're going into an area and it's like, oh...
No, if you're going into a fight without a certain class and they are needed for that fight, you are either
a slog.
You are either guaranteed to lose or you're going to take forever to do this fight.
Yeah.
And it's rough for free-to-play players that way because it's like I enjoy the combat system, I enjoy the characters, I enjoy the story, but like having to like gear myself up to do another 20-minute fight because I don't have character A, B or C.
What I don't like about it, with it being turn-based, because it's got the same sort of thing that Genshin has, where you need to level up your character, so you have to fight this boss and then you have to do this and this. Genshin, because Genshin's combat is fucking simple as fuck. Yeah. Like, you can get through that and it's not much of a grind. No. Like, I can just boss the...
And eventually you get to a point where you can just brute force him.
Yeah, you get to a point where you can just brute force him, or you already know the boss, so you're just like, right, you can boss that.
Like
Honkai doesn't do that.
The flowers in Genshin are just like, I have a specific team for each flower, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to absolutely
just get rid of them. Honkai is like every fight seems like it takes fucking forever when it comes to the bosses.
Yes.
For materials and that. All of them seem to just take absolutely forever to do, and it just for me personally, now this is mainly because like I'm not big into turn-based.
Yeah.
Like the only turn-based games I play, is literally Persona and Final Fantasy 9.
No, you played 10, didn't you? You did play
Not
10.
really. I mean now. I'm on about right
Oh, now, yeah. No.
Like back then I'd play anything.
No, but that 9 is more the ATB system, which is turn-based but not.
Yeah. But like Persona is like the closest to turn-based that I do.
It's the only turn-based.
Yeah, it's the only turn-based that I really do. I mean, I've got Shin Megami Tensei, and I'm going to be getting Metaphor when that comes out. But that's mainly because it's Atlas, and I generally love Atlas.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Honkai, I'm just like I cannot be arsed. It just takes too long. They just take too long. I'm just like no, bro. No, bro. Also, like there are so many enemies that can just one-shot you in that game. It's just like
especially if you're not leveled correctly.
Yeah. And it's just like just fuck off.
Yeah, and then the game does tend to like to focus on one character as well.
Yeah.
The enemies do. There's been a few times where I've literally gone.
Yeah, it's like you need a what's the yellow spirit looking thing?
Oh, destruction.
Doctor Ratio is the thing. Yeah. Oh, you need one of these. Well, I mean, I've got Doctor Ratio, but he's not that high level. Oh well, sucks to be you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah, with Zenless, I'm having a lot more fun. I'm not having any trouble with learning like what I need to do to get things up. Like I don't feel like I need. Now I'm not up to endgame, so I don't know if by the time I get to endgame, the game absolutely just crashes and burns. That is a possibility. It could go the way of Genshin. Genshin's endgame is,
Yeah.
Is but at the moment, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think it's really good.
I think it is going to be the same as Genshin, where the actual end game there isn't one. You just do your dailies.
I said, I think if they can do something with the combat and exploration sections that you do, if they can do something with that, like combat isn't really that hard to really do something with. You just keep adding new challenges.
Yeah,
it's
different enemy types,
all that sort of shit, and I don't know, put in stuff that like you know how like it does you trial things when you want to try out whatever's on the banner. Challenges. Put in challenges that lets you use all the characters, but like it just says, all right, you need this specific team, right? So you don't have the Shark Maid, so for this you get the Shark Maid, but you can only use her in this. My
counter to that is usually if they give you the guest one, they're not overpowered. They don't put them like max level. They usually put them like
just below. It's always just below. I know that, but like I just feel like,
do you know the new endgame stuff they put in for Genshin? The
imaginary
thing. So the first challenge, I do not have a single one of those characters leveled up. So needless to say,
do you want to know something?
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither do
Put
I.
it this way, the characters just die.
Yeah. Neither do I. I've got I think I've got them like to level 50.
Yeah, no, you need them like
level 90. You need because we're at the top. We need them to
level 90. We need them at level 90.
I'm getting them there. Like now, because of this Imaginarium, I've actually got reasons to actually level up the other characters now. Yeah. Because otherwise, before it was just like, well, let's. I want to make this team, so let's level these ones.
And the same with me. Who do I want to like max this?
At least the Imaginarium's giving me like, oh well, you need this, and this. Oh right, so I need to level them up. Yeah. Like, because that's why I'm leveling up Snake Guy.
Oh yeah, no, the medicine person.
Yeah, I'm leveling him up because he's one of them, and I'm just like,
fine.
I'll level him up. But yeah, like I said, I think the combat one's fine. Putting some challenges there here and there where, like I
mean, the exploration one.
I
think if they added a little bit better, I think if they.
I mean, like I said, I'm not an endgame, so it's like the exploration could get better. Yeah. I think I've only got 3 things unlocked on the exploration. Yeah. So like it could get better.
It's the thing is, I don't think you should look at the exploration as an exploration. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle game, basically.
Oh, I know it is, but that's my point.
Yeah. If they had,
it's not even a very good puzzle.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If they had more depth to the puzzle,
But I feel like the thing is, with it being the TV things, it just that takes away from everything else, and I just feel like nobody when you've done any of the TV things, have you gone, oh yeah, this is totally what I want to do right now?
No,
exactly. Like I get it, like it's a novelty thing, and I understand. Like, but at the same time, I'm just like, I kind of just want to fight monsters.
Yeah,
I don't want to be doing this weird TV thing.
I suppose it's I suppose it's an attempt to break things up so that
Possibly.
you're not constantly just doing combat, because it could get tiring.
But
because you got to remember, like, even the best action fighting games like Devil May Cry isn't all just fighting. There is downtime between them.
Yeah, they're called cutscenes.
No, even during we're not gonna have even during just a level, it is not just all fighting all the way.
Yes,
through.
it's just you walking from one room to the other,
looking for secrets.
Looking for secrets. Yes, looking for secrets, and that's
what I'm saying. There is downtime between the fights in even games like Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying there's nothing. All I'm saying is that like I would prefer to be in the combat thing of running about and looking for things that way instead of doing the TV thing.
Yeah,
I think the TV thing is just takes away from everything.
But like we're saying, considering it's Hoyo.
Also, I do,
and we don't think they're going to change.
Oh no, they're not going to. They won't change it. But I will give it this. It is the best looking.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, it's the best looking.
It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
I do really.
They have It is absolutely gorgeous.
Also, the beginning characters are actually good.
Yes.
Yeah, Billy, Arby, and Nicole are all actually good.
My
to
team
use.
currently is Arby. I can't remember the maid's name, and the bear. The bear hits really hard.
The bear does hit really hard. I did the demo with him. Not the demo. The the trial thing. Yeah. He does hit really hard. I do want him because he's got that, like, if you double tap the charge attack, he does the massive explosion.
Yes.
And I'm just like, yes, I would like that, please.
Yes, I want.
Also, why does he carry around a giant cinder block?
I don't know, but it hits really hard.
It does hit really hard. But no, Shark Girl. I need to get Shark Girl. I want to get Shark Girl.
Yeah,
I don't need.
You don't need to. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Girl. That's the thing with people with
gachas.
With gachas. You don't need to.
No, with Genshin, like that is my problem with Genshin, because I want all the characters in Genshin. So in the back of my head, because I haven't got Sidrine yet, the back of my head's going, "You've not got Sidrine yet."
Yeah, you haven't got it yet.
And the other part of me is like, "I know."
Shut up.
I'm fighting the urge to pull.
Shut up.
I'm not doing this. Because I've been quite good on Genshin. I have not spent, other than the battle pass and the
90-day thing.
The 90-day thing. 30-day thing, sorry. I've not really spent that much.
Yeah.
As of late, I think the last time I spent a lot of money on Genshin was, I want to say Christmas.
I think it was for Farina.
Yeah, Farina, because I really wanted Farina and the sword.
Yeah, which I managed to get as well, which is really good.
So that was the last time I spent a lot of money on, and I've just been lucky with my 50/50s.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sidrine, I was not lucky. My 50/50 this time.
Anyway,
I think we'll end it there. Mm-hmm. That's a good spot to end.
Yeah, Zenless Zone Zero is not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's got
the First Descendant is pretty good. Nintendo are being pretty good.
Yeah. And
Sony are going to an event,
which is good.
Which is nice. And Xbox are not going to one, which is weird.
But then it's Xbox.
But then why am I not surprised? I feel like Xbox and Sony just like take turns on who's a dick. Who's going to be a dick this week?
Who's going to be the idiotic arsehole?
Yeah, who's just going to be a dick this week? Is it going to be Xbox or is it going to be Sony? And Sony will like pull out the card and it's Sony's turn. A few
mandatory times. PlayStation Network.
Yeah. Or Xbox will pull out and be like, "Oh no, we're not gonna. We're gonna look after our studios that we've bought, and then we'll close them." All that shit.
After they give us a successful game.
Yeah. But yeah, not a lot has been happening. I am now going to, once we've finished this recording, I'm going to get set up for streaming and do some Death Stranding.
Good luck with that.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you at the moment?
I'm building roads. I'm after the tutorial.
So you're now on the full map.
Yes, I 5-starred everybody in the tutorial,
Yep, so
including Jeff Keighley and the musician dude.
Yeah.
I've done all them. They all good. So when we go back to the end of the game, we can just bypass everybody and not have to worry about anything.
Which is the way.
Because like I remember getting there the first time we played it and being like, no, I'm not 5-starring any of these fuckers. I'm not doing this.
And then you realise the boons you get for having 5 stars.
Yeah. But I was just like, we are this close to the end. I am not spending all my life doing, especially considering once you go back there, it's just full of BTs everywhere. Yeah. I was like, this is not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It is not worth it. So yeah, now at the moment, what I'm doing now, so tonight's plan is to 5-star the ones that I've got, which is the first knot that you get.
Yeah. I think it's the mechanic. And
the engineer, the elder, and the craftsman
are
the ones I'm doing now.
Yeah.
While also building the road.
Yes.
I've built 2 parts of the road. I'm moving on to the third
so
part.
At the moment, are you at the point of stealing the
yes.
I
am beating up mule people.
The mules. But stealing their trucks so that you can carry more.
Yes.
Because you don't actually have access to the actual trucks.
Yes.
Right, you're at that stage yet.
Yes. I am beating them up.
Yeah.
And then stealing their shit.
Yes.
I'm doing what they do to others.
Yes. It's also called payback's a bitch.
It's called karma.
Karma, my friend. Karma.
But yeah, anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat and we'll catch you in the next ones. Bye now.
Toodles.